My name is Gracie Day, and I'm a singer-songwriter.
Never thought I'd love again.
Kind of a mixture of folk, rock, and soul.
We get the need.
I grew up on a lot of my parents' music, 70s rock and folk, so Joni Mitchell, Bob Dylan, and my dad loves James Taylor. We used to play the music around the house, and he would play guitar and sing. We were driving to preschool, and James Taylor came on the radio, and I guess I said, "Mommy, it's Daddy on the radio," and she just said, "Yeah." Janis Joplin as well. Just whatever beast was inside her, she let it out. Breaking the cages, not holding anything back. That's what's most inspiring to me.
I don't want whiskey, I don't want wine, I don't wanna be alone tonight.
Being a singer was always my ultimate dream, but I kind of pushed it down because society told me not to do it.
Pour me anything that'll last.
I got to this point where I felt like I was a total shadow of myself because I wasn't acknowledging the things I really wanted in life. I really had to focus and dig deep and find that music was that answering power. I think the hardest part is the work you have to do on yourself to allow yourself to have the confidence and self-worth to pursue what most people think is an outrageous dream.
Singing songs we both know. I think I want you.
I've traveled in Europe a lot on trains because my mom is actually from Austria and she met my dad on a train. To me, that's always been really romantic and inspiring about trains and train travel. I think a lot of artists are drawn to things with stories, and Connecticut is full of a history like that. Really, the music scene kept me here because I started from scratch in Connecticut, and I really kind of built my own life here, and I think it was the first place I really started to be the person that I'm meant to be. All the walls started melting away, and I'm still chipping away at them.
Someday I'll be good enough for you.
It's been an amazing journey, and we feel like we're right in the beginning of it.
I'm master brewer at Two Roads Brewing Company in Stratford. I've opened 3 other breweries, now Two Roads. I met Brad Hiddle, who's our CEO, in the early 90s when I was at New England Brewing Company in Norwalk.
We have known each other forever, so we've all talked about it for a long time.
A few years back, we said, let's finally do this brewery. 20 years later.
We're all Connecticut natives, so our idea originally was to buy an old factory building and make it come to life again.
And happened upon this building in Stratford and just fell in love with the building, and it was just a real diamond in the rough.
Today there are over 5,000 breweries, there's over 70 in the state. Back in 1980, there were only 40 breweries in the country. So we knew we had to do something unique and different and take the road less traveled. Life is so interesting because every day I come in and I have a different thing that I can jump into.
Typical day is we'll do 7 or 8 batches of beer, each of which is 3,100 gallons. And then we have a small system for product development and for producing smaller batches of really unique specialty beers that are only available in our tap room.
We have 120 employees. Our brewers are top-notch. Phil is an amazing brewer to begin with.
The name Two Roads sort of loosely derived from the Robert Frost poem that I think most people know. That's been our motto, is to do things a little differently. All of our beers are created based mostly on tradition, but not 100%, where we always twist something around to make it uniquely our own interpretation.
In the first few days of operating, consumers came up to us and said, hey, where are the TVs and where's your wireless? And we said, this is all about the beer and about socializing and bringing people together. A lot of people said, well, that's crazy. You're never going to survive. And 6 months later, I said, you guys still want the TVs? And they said, no, please don't bring them back.
A more old-fashioned pub-like environment.
People come in here and they get to know strangers, learn from each other, and who are you? Where do you come from?
We're actually currently building a second facility that's just down the road from Two Roads.
Phil is a beer chef who's got all that together.
It's going to be all about experimental brewing, so barrel aging, barrel soured beers.
Not only do we have Area 2 coming along, but then we're restoring the wetlands in the background. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to have a beautiful boardwalk going through the wetlands, and it all comes together right here at Two Roads. This is the culmination of a life of beer for me.
Effort is everything to me in my life. Just working hard in the classroom and also on the court gave me a good opportunity to go play basketball and also study at Stanford University. I'm Chiney Ogwumike, WNBA player for the Connecticut Sun. I put in a lot of effort and hard work, not only on the court, but also in the classroom. And it was all inspired by not only my mom pushing me to really make use of my opportunities at Stanford, but also having other great role models, Dr. Condoleezza Rice. A lot of times as a student athlete, you think that you can only do basketball at a high level and you just have to give whatever energy is left to school. Well, Dr. Condoleezza Rice, she told me, Chiney, you can give your effort, the same effort you give on the court, you can put that in on the classroom. I come from an international household. My family is from Nigeria. My parents were born in Nigeria and everyone behind them were born and raised in Nigeria. But we're born and raised in the US. So inherently, we are very grateful for everything we have because we've had this international perspective of going back to Nigeria and seeing kids who don't have the opportunities that we have, whether it's schooling or basketball or just as girls, you know, having the liberty to do what they want and do what they love.
Woo! Okay, perfect. So how old are you guys? 7, 8. Did you guys know that when I was your age, I hadn't even started playing basketball yet? All those things that you guys love to do, if you do it to the best of your ability, not just what you love to do, but also what happens in this classroom, it'll open doors for you.
So I had a really great rookie year. Got drafted #1, Rookie of the Year, All-Star, amazing rookie year. And then overseas, I got injured and had to have microfracture surgery. So I took another year off to rehab from that. And then 2 years later, I was back on the court fighting again and had another great season. It was nice. Our team started winning towards the end of the year. And then after that season, I went to China and then injured my Achilles. I've had 2 major injuries, and after those injuries, it's really given me a good purpose in life, a good hunger to go hard every possession because you never know which one's gonna be your last. Knowing that a young girl from across the world might be watching and pointing to someone and saying, hey, if she can do it, I can do that too, that gives me so much happiness.
You